Hi, I'm Brittany Rosenmiller, the owner and photographer of Brittany Lynn Imagery. I'm inviting you to come along with me while I edit some of my recent images in Lightroom. So what do you say? Let's dive on in. Alrighty, so as I'm sure you probably already know, mini sessions are underway. The planning has begun and I'm crazy excited for the mini sessions this year. I'm definitely putting a lot more effort and creativity into them, and I'm just super excited to bring them to you. So I figured I would bring you along with me as I edit one of the images from there. There are a few that are just super cute. I love this one of Bella. She just looks so sweet. And I really don't hate this image straight out of camera. So this is what it looks like. As you can see over here, there's no edits done anywhere. So, I mean, I'm definitely not going to waste your time just clicking through everything. But, you know, nothing's been done to it. This is straight out of camera. So I figured I'll just show you a couple of my edits and you can kind of get an idea of how I work behind the scenes. So I guess the main thing that is driving me crazy initially is I got the paper in there. So my paper started to curl by the end of the day and it was not looking so good. So I got that in there, and then I have my fancy light stand trees because, you know, gotta do what you gotta do to make some trees when there are none right now. So plenty of trees, no flowers. I had to fix that. I took packing tape and taped them. As you can see, packing tape and packing tape. Taped them to my light stands. So there you have it. So first things first, I'm gonna hide that. Straighten the horizon just a tiny bit. And then I'm just gonna crop that out. No one needs it. No one asked for that, right? That looks a lot better already. Okay, so the first step that I always take whenever I'm editing, I have a few what I like to call signature edits, so edits that I personally do to all of my images. I feel like most photographers have that in common. There are people out there that purchase things called presets. That is basically, you know, kind of like a signature edit from someone else, and you can actually purchase their signature edits and apply them to your own images. While I definitely don't mind other people doing that, that's not something that I will ever do to my images because I just want my images to be my work and my work only. So what I've actually done is I have made my own presets. So I'll go down here. The BLI presets. So these are kind of cool. You can see how they work. Basically, I have dialed in my edits and then save them so that I don't have to go in and edit them by hand every time. I can go in and kind of apply the basic edits that I would apply anyway, and then I can adjust from there. So for this one, I'm going to choose my bright and bold edit. So just to run these down real quick, this is for an image that is overly orange. Just takes care of some of those tones with the split tone feature that I am obsessed with. Signature edits for bright, so anytime I shoot something that's a little too bright, because I am human and my settings are not always perfect, you know, I use that one. And then my signature greens. So if you've seen a lot of my greenery images, you may or may not be familiar with it, but I like a muted forest green, and that is what I've done with this one. So actually, I kind of like that one for this image. I don't know. That's hard to choose. They almost seem the same, don't they? Let's do this, because now I'm overwhelming myself. Greens. No. Oh, darn it. And of course, I reset the whole thing. So let's go fix that. Let's get that light stand out of there again in that paper. Whoops. See, I'm human. I make mistakes. I have been using this application Lightroom for about 10 years, and I still do silly things from time to time. So, all right, so we have my base edit done, and I'm pretty happy with that already. I will say her skin is a little off to me, so something that is interesting for those of you who are not photographers and really are not staring at light and color as much as we are. With the blue backdrop and the greenery all around the sides, you can anticipate some cooler skin tones. And I kind of knew that going into it, so I tried to shoot accordingly, but you know, again, I'm human, I did not perfect it. This is a fun feature right here, split toning. I split tone most of my images to fix the highlights and the shadows. To give you an idea of what it does, this is kind of fun. So saturate it all the way. These are the reds, and you can see all of the highlights have now acquired a red tone. Take that away, let's do shadows. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what I'm doing. So when we see shadows, you know, this part of the image hasn't been affected, it's only the shadows. This is so cool. I love this feature. So my daughter has warm skin, very pale complected, but she has warm tones. So knowing that, I added that in. Now I can see this rug right here still looks pretty white to me. What I do like to do, and I feel like I don't have to do this with this image, but just for the sake of example, I'm going to show you. I will check myself from time to time because I feel like often I'll be staring at an image for too long and I can't even remember what white looks like anymore. And so I will come over here to the tool, what is it called? White Balance Selector. I will select that. And then with that, you can come into your image and you can click a neutral spot, white, gray, or black. And then it will actually formulate your white balance for you based on the part of the image that you select. So to give you an idea of how it works, let's hit this blue. So we're going to hit that. It has neutralized the blue. So obviously you can see in the whites that that was incorrect. Now they're all orange. Everything is orange. But the blue that I clicked on right here is that perfect neutral gray. Us in the industry know that is 18% gray. So it's the perfect neutral gray. However, that's obviously not what we wanted, so we're going to get rid of that. And I just want to check myself. So I'm going to go down to this white rug. I'm going to click that. And yeah, my image is pretty good. So we're going to remove that and see the difference. So I do like mine a teeny bit on the warm side sometimes, if I can. You know, I know in the past you may go through some of my work and be like, that is not warm, that is cold. Again, with this industry, our styles and our opinions and things like that are always changing. So currently, my work is starting to reflect more warmer tones. So this, as you can see, my beautiful daughter had an accident on the playground. She ran face first into a slide, like you do when you're 5. So we're going to fix that. Yeah, so let's get our spot corrector. We are going to zoom in on her cute little face. One thing I want to point out, right now I am zoomed in at 3:1. So this image is 3 times as big as it, you know, it's zoomed in 3 times, basically 3 times at 100%. Okay, so what that means is this is unnecessary. There's no real reason to zoom in this far. The only time I really do is whenever I'm spot correcting. So something like this, we're going to get rid of her little injury. And then I am going to go ahead and get rid of these darker areas under her eyes. It just makes her look so tired. And so I feel like by getting rid of those, we will liven her up a bit and make her look like her normal self. We're probably going to have to borrow. Yeah, it's kind of funny. The system is intuitive, but it's interesting what it predicts you're going for. I obviously don't want hair under her eye. I'm going to sample some skin from her other cheek. Bring that over, and there we go. And I'm really happy with that. I think that looks nice. But yeah, there's no reason to zoom in all the way like that. Even some of the best work is going to look terrible when you're zoomed in that far. So, you know, this is something that I advised against, unless I'm spot correcting. So another thing I'll do, I have, along with presets, I've made a lot of brushes. So you can see here, like, here's a lot of brushes. Each one of these, we're going to do texture, excuse me. So this is just going to smooth her skin. I'm going to add my overlay. And so it's going to turn it red. It looks crazy, but I love this because I can see exactly where it's going. So with this edit specifically, it's a little more difficult to see on screen, but in print, it's very obvious when you mess this one up. So I just like to zoom all the way in and then turn my overlay on so all of the red parts are exactly where. And see, look, I gotta get rid of that because that was a mistake. And if I put it on her eye, it's gonna be very noticeable. So fix that, and we're going to keep trucking along. Yeah, so that's why I like to zoom in, because if I wasn't zoomed in like that, I wouldn't notice that I had made that mistake, and I would go on editing like normal and then have it printed and it would look awful, and there's no coming back from it. Turn that overlay off and check our work. So here's a fun little example of what the texture slider does. So here's no texture, here's what I had it at. Well, it's 80, it's a little further. Here's extra texture to give you another idea of the opposite way. I like to bring these down in roughly the 20s. I don't like to do more than that. The only reason I have the effect so high at the beginning is just so I can, again, place it. I can see where it is. It's helpful. So I am pretty happy with this. I'm going to brighten this up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. And then now the only thing is I need to clean this backdrop because I stepped on it with dirty shoes and made a mess. So we're going to fix that up. And then I feel like this edit is pretty much done. Oh my gosh. But see, all these little tedious things right here are just awful. And I missed that one. This is another fun thing. My computer likes to just slow the heck down sometimes. And it will make me miss spots if it's not moving quickly enough with me. And that is super fun. I love that feature. Let me tell you. So for this set, oh, that's interesting. Look where it went with it. It's going to bring a flower. How funny. We don't want that. Bring you down. I do feel like I'm about to get lazy with this one because this is just so much to talk you through. But anyway, yeah, so for this set, we're going to get rid of that. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to think about how full my disk is. My disk is always full, and that makes me sad. But anyway, so for this set, I had a lot of fun making this one. This was 2 pretty big pieces. I'm just going to smooth out this backdrop right here real quick. I figured I'd talk you through what I'm doing. It's 2 pretty big pieces of floral foam from Hobby Lobby. I took it and spray painted it brown to emulate some soil, and then I bought flower stems and stuck them into it individually. I ended up buying a lot of bouquets from Hobby Lobby and then just dismantling them and putting flowers like where I thought they looked good, and that was a really fun little project. So I am probably going to start doing things like that more often because it was just really enjoyable creating a set from the ground up. I mean, I've never really put that much effort into a set, and I'm already really happy with it. So I'm super excited to roll these out. I definitely want to start booking these sessions because they were just so fun. I had a really good time. So anyway, that image, oh, here, let's do this real quick before I move into that. So this is the before and after comparison. Yeah, so I'm super happy with this. Excellent. Yay. That is an image I would deliver. Yeah, so now what I like to do, I will copy all of my settings. So this pretty much encapsulates all the edits that I typically make, minus these local adjustments. So these ones are ones that I will do to each image individually, and they do not need to be applied across the board. So we're going to go to the next one. And then this is cool. So once I have an image that's shot, now granted this one's already been edited, we're going to pretend it hasn't. I will take this, Control V or Command V on my Mac. I still speak PC even though I use a Mac. It's kind of funny. And then here we go. So we have a cohesive edit because I took the same exact settings that I did from that image, applied them to this image, and then now all that's left to do is local adjustments, and it makes it so much easier. So I can just do that. I can fix the backdrop, move on, and just keep going. Yeah, so here's a couple from this set just because they were so fun. And as you can see, my flash was working on sucking up the last battery juice, so that one, it didn't fire quite properly, so that'll be another interesting edit. But you know what happens. That is not unusual. There it is again. Her little face. Yeah, now you can see that injury pretty nicely. There it is. So, yeah. Ooh, my computer is griping at me. There we go. I was like, it's going to make it look like that image was out of focus. It is very clear. It's just having a hard time. So, yeah, that is... Ooh, I don't even want to look at that one. Look how terrible that is. We're going to fix that. There we go. And see, I mean, there we go with presets. One click, and I'd be happy with that. There's probably a couple things I'll go in and fix, but for the most part, that's not a terrible edit. So, yeah, presets are awesome. But anyway, so there you have it. There are some of the images from the spring mini session set. I am so excited to finish these, get these ready. Like now we're dipping into some that I haven't even gone through yet. So they're out of focus. Those are ones that get deleted. You kind of get to see the behind the scenes of what really goes into looking at these, because yeah, these are completely unedited. Let's add that in, see how that looks. Yeah, it's a lot better. Yeah, so little red dress. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, I am not going to make you sit here and look through this. Anyway, those are the spring session ones. So if you like this set and you want to have some images done with this one, keep an eye out for the release dates for the mini sessions. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do one weekend or two. But yeah, I'm really excited about these. So keep an eye out. If you're interested in staying up to date with the mini session dates and themes and all that fun stuff, you can go to BrittanyLynnImagery.com/mini sessions. It's super easy to remember. I have the mood boards for these available, and then as the ads are published, those will be added as well. So keep an eye out. If you want to be the first to book a mini session, you can join my email list. So you can do that on my website. And I will be posting these soon. So I'm so excited, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this editing video today. If you'd like more content from Brittany Lynn Imagery, head on over to Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, or even my blog. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.